Do you know what a nakiri is?
This is a nakiri, and these are also all nakiris. A nakiri is a Japanese vegetable knife, and the name in English translation means cutting green or a veggie cutter. So as the name suggests, these knives are fantastic for prepping your produces. So if you're a vegetarian, you're vegan, or you just eat a lot of veggies in general, you might want to consider adding one of these to your arsenal. I've heard people pronounce it nakiri, I've heard people pronounce it nakiri, so if you know the proper pronunciation of it, please definitely let me know in the comments below, because I hate butchering other people's languages. I just want to be respectful to other people's culture. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the profile of what makes a nakiri a nakiri. They have a very unique rectangular shape, which have no tip. They have a square tip on it, which kind of reminds you of a more compact slash short version of a Chinese chef knife. So if you do like a Chinese chef knife, you might also enjoy a nakiri. Traditionally, a nakiri has a very flat cutting profile. It has very little to no belly whatsoever, which makes it great for push cuts and chop cuts. And the reason they have such a flat cutting profile is actually by design. They want to ensure that the cutting edge makes full contact with the cutting surface to ensure that the veggies are cut clean through. Now, if you have cut any kind of veggies like green onions or garlic and things like that with a normal Western chef knife with a heavier belly, you've probably done it before, because I'm guilty of it, is that after you're cutting it, there's just like a sliver of it that doesn't get cut clean through. And when you pick it up, it's just like you have like a veggie garland sitting in front of you. So the flatter profile of the nakiri actually makes it a little bit better cut out for the job. Now, as things are starting to get more westernized and companies are trying to make more utilitarian designs, some companies have actually modified the shape of the traditional nakiri to add a little bit of a curve to the front of the knife to accommodate more rock cuts. Now, the other distinctive features of a nakiri is that it usually has a taller blade height in comparison to your normal chef knife, and this is actually by design. Because you're going to be doing a lot of chop cuts with your nakiri, they actually give you a little bit more blade height so that way you can guide it more safely with your knuckle. And also, with the cleaver-like profile, it creates a little bit more of a surface area, which is great for scooping or moving your ingredients around like a Chinese chef knife. Last feature of the nakiri, as you can see here, is that it is ground very thin. So it has a very, very thin blade on it. The reason it has a thin blade, like I've talked about in many of my videos before, is you want a thin blade so it cuts through veggies and produce cleanly. When you have a thicker blade, it tends to wedge through and tends to crack and break the vegetable instead of actually cutting it through very cleanly. So that's why a nakiri, being a vegetable knife, is a very thin knife. If you do decide to add a nakiri to your arsenal, or if you're looking for a Chinese chef knife alternative, here are a few things that I will personally look for when I'm shopping for a nakiri. I will look for a very flat cutting profile. I'll look for a very thin blade. And lastly, I will look for a taller blade. Now, I will be going through all four of these knives more in depth in the next few weeks, so definitely stay tuned if you're interested in trying to pick up a nakiri, or if you're just interested in nakiris period, or if you just have nothing else better to do. And this wraps up my video for what is a nakiri. And if you guys do like this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It'll mean the world to me. Help me support all of this madness. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.